Okay, hopefully we can wrap up this both oral business. Getting to the temple was a chore. Gigantic trip. Hmm. Hmm. Yes. Hmm. Moving towards lightning-based attacks here. Fireballs just throw everything all over the place, and they're not that effective. Sword destruction. We need about 7 points more. We can start to veer away from it. Inners. Hopefully this does not mean we start another massive. Okay, reminds me of fire shock. Very much so. And I guess a couple of other games have done this too. Bioshock looks very
These
similar.
foam they're frozen in the ice. I wonder how long we'll be like this. And I thought the soul cairn was creepy.
Some of them will pop open. Hopefully those who don't carry anything.
Who's there?
Ah, blast into bits. They're a little bit fragile. Activate altar. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. And how is this supposed to progress?
My juice.
Don't tell me you have some kind of a gem that we have to go and use.
That'll teach you.
Ruby Paragon. That can wait as far as I'm concerned. We can go there after, and if there's no after, then let's quit. There is the teleportation system, so it wouldn't be too time consuming. But still, I don't have to require item. What exactly do we need? We need to bribe. Works in an odd way. little bit potions. Just petty loot.
Where'd you come from? Done and done.
I actually like that quite a bit, that if they've been a long time frozen and suddenly escape, they're not normal in any way. They cannot be. Still ridiculous, but it's much more preferable to the one that there's only unfrozen and that's it. It can function like normal. Doesn't seem to be too large.
Where'd you come from? Done
That
and
necklace
done.
of water breathing, basically racial trait of the Argonians. No, hang on, but so it's not like you can't get the others. Resistances, things like that are easy to get. Extra Magica, easy to get, so in that way it's nothing special. I don't like it. In general, I wish racial traits would be hard to replicate. Some of them are. I guess the reasoning behind this is that the biggest problem a game like this is gonna have is that, let's say I start a new game. What could possibly go differently compared to the game I just played? I can start using a different skill from this beginning, so there's a little bit of a difference, maybe a sneak around, maybe a combat focus, but realistically I can do that right now. So what I would like to basically the races to do is to offer as much of a flavor to the playthrough as possible. Oriel's Chapel, because that's the flavorlessness and genericness of each different choice is the biggest problem. There's no lack of content. You have tens of hours, usually tens and tens and tens of hours of stuff to do. It's that it starts to blend together. It doesn't really matter. These type of places are few and far between. Very unique type of places, unique type of environment. Don't go that way. So you need things, anything to spice things up. Have replayability. Isn't exactly bad on the replayability front, but it's because there's so much content that you can, outside the main quest lines, you can play in a very different, varied way. But if you're gonna add the races, make the races as different as possible. I guess animal races I fear would be the there biggest opportunity to do something different. Have the more human races be more of a typical race selection like this, and then with the animals go a little bit crazy. Maybe even offer a playstyle or game mechanic that is not available for others, at least not easily. I guess it could be justified by focusing the province on one of the beast race's home province. So you could justify putting a little bit extra effort into that beast race. Allow it to do something that the others simply cannot. Yeah, let's see. See what happens.
Did you really come here expecting to claim Ariel's bow? You've done exactly as I predicted, and brought your fetching companion to me.
Wait, is he talking about me?
Which, I'm sorry to say, means your usefulness is at an end.
Right.
Who's there? Where'd you come from? Boost! Roda!
Okay, I might need an extra pair of hands here. Who knows what comes up here next.
An impressive display, but a wasted effort. You delay nothing but your own deaths.
Watch out! He's pulling down the ceiling! I knew I heard something.
Single bolt and I'm dead. Yep, this is gonna be fun. Guess we're gonna have to do the stealth approach then.
Did you really come here expecting to claim Ariel's bow? You've done exactly as I predicted, and brought your fetching companion to me. Which, I'm sorry to say, means your usefulness is at an end. No one escapes!
But we're gonna have to fight so many enemies, we might as well. They just slaughtered everything.
Impressive display, but a wasted effort. You delay nothing but your own death.
Watch out! He's falling down the ceiling!
See?
I knew I heard something.
Okay, another Gamora Lord Blitz. Any distractions?
Long enough. A challenger is dialed by my enemies long
Kill the shaman if we can. That's the big problem. Ancient Frost Arc. Okay. Watch your help. Thank you.
No! Don't let me ruin centuries of separation!
Are you alright? Come on, we can do this. I know we can. He's up there on the balcony. Come on.
We can't use attacks anymore. Let's see where this goes.
Enough, Vyrthur. Give us the bow.
How dare you! I was the
Vampire.
Arch-Curate of Ariel, girl! I had the ears of a god!
Until the betrayed corrupted you. Yes, yes, we've heard this sad story.
Gelibor and his kind are easily manipulated fools! Look into my eyes, Serana. You tell me what I am.
You're a vampire? But Ariel should have protected you.
The moment I was infected by one of my own initiates, Ariel turned his back on me. I swore I'd have my revenge, no matter what the cost.
You want to take revenge on a god?
Ariel himself may have been beyond my reach, but his influence on our world wasn't. All I needed was the blood of a vampire and his own weapon, Ariel's bow.
The blood of a vampire. Ariel's bow. It was you? You created that prophecy?
A prophecy that lacked a single final ingredient. The blood of a pure vampire. The blood of a daughter of Cold Harbor.
You were waiting all this time for someone with my blood. long. Well, too bad for you. I intend on keeping it. Let's see if your blood has any power to it.
What trickery is this?
Where'd you come from?
Yeah. Oh fuck no! Well, no. I'm not. I don't want to let his body go. That is not acceptable. That is the big problem. His blasted ability destruction makes all these kind of fights look trivial. Ah.
Enough, Vyrthur. Give us the bow.
How dare you! I was the Arch-Curate of Ariel, girl. I had the ears of a god.
Until the betrayed corrupted you. Yes, we've heard this sad story.
Gelibor and his kind are easily manipulated fools. Look into my eyes, Serana. You tell me what I am.
You're a vampire? But Ariel should have protected you.
The moment I was infected by one of my own initiates, Ariel turned his back on me. I swore I'd have my revenge, no matter what the cost.
You want to take revenge on a god?
Ariel himself may have been beyond my reach, but his influence on our world wasn't. All I needed was the blood of a vampire and his own weapon, Ariel's bow.
The blood of a vampire. Ariel's bow. It was you? You created that prophecy?
A prophecy that lacked a single final ingredient. The blood of a pure vampire. The blood of a daughter of Cold Harbor.
You were waiting all this time for someone with my blood to come along. Well, too bad for you. I intend on keeping it. Let's see if your blood has any power to it.
Arm and face.
Where'd you come from? That'll teach you.
Yeah, now at least now we have access to his body. Armor looks interesting. If I can get access to it. Ancient Palmer boots. Version of a light armor. Where's that?
So the deed has been done. The restoration of this way shrine means that Vyrthur must be dead, and the betrayed no longer have control over him.
The betrayed weren't to blame.
What? What are you talking about?
He was a vampire. He controlled them.
A vampire? I see. That would explain much. Deep inside, it brings me joy that the betrayed weren't to blame for what happened here.
Why?
Because that means there's still hope that they might one day shed their hatred and learn to believe in Ariel once again. It's been a long time since I felt that way, and it's been long overdue. My thanks to both of you.
You're welcome.
You risked everything to get Ariel's bow, and in turn, you've restored the Chantry. I can't think of a more deserving champion to carry it than you. If you wish to learn more about the bow, or obtain sun-hallowed arrows for it, I'd be more than happy to help. You've but to ask.
Sun-hallowed arrows. Causes sunburst attacks to nearby targets if shot at the sun. Okay.
It's not as shiny as I was expecting.
Hmm. 20 points of sun damage. Undead targets take triple damage. Okay. I can see this being useful. It depends on how the damage is done. You would have to improve upon it. Have to take more bonus damage to bows anyway.
Still, it's beautiful.
It is nice.
If there's anything at all I can help you with, please ask.
What will happen to the chantry?
While it would fill me with joy to see the Chantry back to its former glory, that time has long since passed. Now that my brother's dead, it's quite possible I'm the last of our kind.
Now I've contributed to your kind's extinction.
There's no need for that kind of talk. I said it was possible. It's also quite possible that there are some other isolated conclaves of snow elves, nestled elsewhere on Nirn. I'll also assume Vyrthur didn't exactly give you the option to stay your hand.
What will you do then?
For the time being, I will remain here, on the Overlook, and continue trying to keep the Sanctum free of the betrayed. You're always welcome to return here at any time, of course.
Can the betrayed ever be cured?
I feel nothing but sympathy for the betrayed, despite my actions against them. But I'm afraid that they're well beyond a cure at this point.
Why?
The twisted forms you've seen didn't occur overnight. It isn't a plague or a disease that ravaged our species. The dwarves may have stolen their sight, but it took many generations for them to become what they are today.
And there's no hope for them?
Perhaps they'll never return to their former appearance. But over the centuries, I've noticed a rise in their intellect. If a line of communication could be established with them, maybe they can find peace. It's the only way they'll discover that they weren't always malignant. They were once a proud and prosperous race.
Okay, what can you tell me about Auriel's bow?
The bow was said to be carried by Auriel himself into battle against the forces of Lorkhan in ancient and mythic times. Its craftsmanship has no equal anywhere within Tamriel, and possibly beyond.
What can it do?
The bow draws its power from Aetherius itself, channeling it through the sun. Therefore, when an arrow is loosed from the bow, it produces a magical effect very similar to being burned by fire.
Sounds powerful.
That's actually only a fraction of its potential. With sun-hallowed arrows, you would be able to produce a much more spectacular effect, causing bursts of sunlight to envelop your foes. The sunbursts would certainly hurt anything, but is especially devastating to the undead.
Vyrthur said something about using blood.
Well, using an arrow with the bow that's been dipped in blood may cause it to function differently, corrupting its purpose. That's, of course, if you're foolish enough to try it.
Okay, how do I obtain sun-hallowed arrows?
I can actually assist you in that regard. If you were to bring me some good quality elven arrows, I could imbue them with the proper incantations and rituals.
Make me.
Absolutely. I can only do 20 at a time, so if you want the rest of your arrows blessed, let me know.
That is infuriating. It's again a crafting system that is very cumbersome.
Absolutely. I can only do... Absolutely. I can only... Absolutely. 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 I can only... Absolutely. I can... Absolutely. I can only... Certainly. I can only do 20 at a time, but I see that won't be a problem in this case.
No. Don't see any reason to have sun-hallowed. I mean normal elven arrows over sun-hallowed, so 185 sun-hallowed elven arrows. Because the sunburst attacks to nearby targets if shot at the sun.
I trust you're
What is it
faring well.
technically? Can't see the sun here, and
It's
because how the
not as shiny as I was expecting.
blinding
Still,
works, it's hard to say
beautiful.
where the sun actually is. Guess where it's the brightest.
It's not as shiny as I was expecting. Still, it's beautiful.
Very beautiful. What do we do now?
I think we both know. It's time to face my father. If we don't, he'll keep chasing us for the rest of our lives.
We do. He'll have to die.
I've been thinking about this for a long time. It's not easy. But I don't think we have much of a choice. No, this has to end here and now.
Then let's face him together.
If we head back to the castle and kick the front door in, we're gonna be knee-deep in his friends. Let's head back to Eastron and let him see what we've got first. I'm betting he'll lend us a sword or two.
Yep, I'm betting that too. I'm also betting that we might have to okay, if things function as how they usually function, is at this stage there's going to be an attack on your base of operations, and then you courageously do a counterattack, save the day, blah blah blah, sort of thing. What's with your legs? Oh, extremity is a little bit red.
If there's assistance I can provide, just ask. It's the least I can do. It's good to speak to you again. Farewell, friend. May the glow of Oriel shield you from your
Okay, we
enemies.
have the... was it Ruby? Paragon and Amulet? No. No. I don't recall where this was. Lucian... A little bit of extra loot before we leave here. I'm sure we missed something. Positive we missed something. That hardly matters. So far, while we've gotten, I suppose, decent loot out of these special things, there has at no point been anything that would be all that useful. We are definitely missing at least one book. That might be a positive thing if we had to come back here and hunt them down. I won't. I can't see what could possibly be the reward that should justify that kind of waste of time. I mean, I guess if you're a real completionist, you just can't let it go. Then. Forgotten Vale Forest. What exactly is this? So with thick of a forest, I can't see anything. Follow the edges, see if we can find something. Okay, ruins.
The challenger is the hell you are, weakling!
Warm on there. Oriel's shield. Stores the energy of blocked attacks. Performing a power bash will release the stored energy. Okay. That's cool. But that alone was worth it, wasn't it? Unique item. Unique armor set.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
Can't see a thing.
Done and done.
And done. Yeah. Still missing a book, so there's still some place we haven't visited. Hardly matters. Speak to Isran, and that would without a doubt initiate the final battle against Vampire Menace. Still, might as well see this through. Our first major plot line. Well,
Let's get indoors. Or
quite
in
a Winterhold
cave.
I was
Anywhere,
supposed
just
I
out
wasn't
of this.
first, but yeah, it's I might not have preferred it. It's still up. It's still up. Decent quest chain. No fishies? No fishies. Fine. We want to do something before we... Okay, we're 1 point away from wasting a lot of points on destruction. With 3. We're probably going to take shock damage increase, frost spell damage increase, and paralysis. I think we're gonna use destruction until the end of this quest line. We're going to basically ditch it at least as far as the equipment sets are concerned. I'm not too sure about retaking enchantment either. I mean, making it legendary. I'm guessing I'm going to. I mean, it's a lot of investment we have in there. Once we get it to 100, we'll do our equipment sets. Armor wise, it doesn't particularly matter what we do. Couple of good looking armor sets. Maybe some kind of more offensive focused, and one that basically is just filled with as many resistances as possible. You might be able to do both because you can't just put everything in everything, so might end up with a one decent equipment set. We could use the shield too. Oriole's shield would suffice. We wouldn't use it often, but in some situations it could provide all the extra we need. Oh. The armor. Good shield, but we have no combat experience. And I certainly don't want to start testing on vampire lords. It's just going to cause a huge amount of grief for us. Bows do 40% more damage. Water breathing. Suppose we should stick to with our Elspell. And I'm not doing equipment selling either, so we're just going to stuck everything. Right. Four grand soldiers. How much recovery weight do we have? Over 100 pounds, and we can artificially pump it up a little bit. The need arises. Probably get it to 150. Right, and cannot rely on Serana's help anymore. At least on the carry weight front. Not quite sure what happens to her, even if we win. Arwak skull. Can I even do anything with these hides? Yes. I do feel I've stored them for nothing, though. But that's just something that happens here and there. Now on the class. We are missing a helmet. I'm sure there was a helmet somewhere there. Anywho. We can always go back, that's not a problem. We might. Assuming we want to make something of that. At the same time, we're very unlikely to use a helmet, as in helmet. Armor set like this is another matter, but Helmet would likely be some kind of a circlet anyway. Okay, looking good. We're gonna get a little extra carry weight free. Sort of leaning on to win that. All we really need to do is visit some kind of a shop before going there. Try to sell as much crap away as possible. I think I want to start another one major quest line immediately after we finish this. Probably fairly soon though. Well, it's taken quite a long time before we've achieved this position where we can fairly comfortably play through whatever the game throws our way. So things should speed up thanks to that. At the same time, if we do things like Fighters Guild, I really would like to try fighter approach in handling your problems.
You're someone who can get things done. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
That might be a big problem.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
That means we have to go legendary with the additional skills.
I'm here to buy.
You know what's wrong with Skyrim?
We have to. We just don't have the perk points otherwise if we
Got
start
something
spreading.
for just about everybody in here.
Actually, we can always
Everything's
choose
for
not to spread,
Some
but
may
at
call this
that
junk.
time
Me, I call them treasure.
we'll narrow down the ways we can handle problems quite drastically. We'll basically just repeat what we've been doing for a while. Don't find that thought all that pleasing to me. I'm sure we'll rely on a certain group of magical skills constantly, but I don't want to constantly rely on destruction and conjuration. We did take the backstabbing dagger damage multiplier too, so one-handed weapon focus would pretty much be mandatory if we want to make that work.
Do come back.
Every little point counts.
Where's these vampires coming from?
Well, every little point is extra
Let me know if
50
you see
points of
anything you
damage. A single strike.
You look rather pale. Could be a tax. Ah,
Yeah, could be.
So you're an alchemist then.
I want to buy her ingredients. Don't think so. Not now. Means we can't sell all that much to her, but we can get rid of something.
Come back anytime if you need a...
Yep. Over half our carry weight is free. So, report to Easteron and see what the hell we can do. I'll leave things here because I'm definitely suspecting that trouble, if it's not gonna hit us immediately when we go there, it's gonna hit us very soon afterwards.
Had enough of fish and fowl. Treat yourself and your kin to a choice cut of steak or a tender rack of ribs.